How bad is it on a scale of 1 to 10 when a host isn't there to greet you when you walk into a restaurant?
This one isn't as bad. Not a lot of restaurants can afford to have 2 or 3 people up at the stand. There's passes that are given depending on like the style of restaurant, the economic levels of the restaurant, etc. Someone is missing for just a couple of moments, but your eyes take you to the bar, or you're glancing around like how great the tables look, or you're seeing food pass by, or an incredible cocktail. The entirety of the energy will make up for it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I was like, maybe a 4.
How about when the customer has to ask for a water or bread refill instead of the waiter anticipating it?
Oh, this is like easily like a 9 or a 10. I think water is one of those things at the table that is just a given. Your water glass should be filled at all times. Bread service, I think after you've had your initial bread service, the server coming over to ask if you'd like more and just sort of acknowledge the fact that you're out of it, yes. But I think the constant replenishing of a carbohydrate that you are just going to fill you up and then you're not going to enjoy your steak or your pasta or like your crudo or whatever else that's coming. So I'm going to leave that at like, I don't know, 5 or 6.
When a waiter takes your plate before it's finished.
I knew exactly what you're going to say. I'm like going to change my seating for this. That is, for my rule, the absolute worst. When a server takes your plate away, everyone else is still eating, or is just like hovering, like, are you done? Are you done? And they've had to ask multiple times to take your plate. You wait until everyone is done and then you clear everyone at the same time, because then everyone else who might be a slow eater or a longer eater just feels bad. So a 10. Leave my plate alone until everyone is done.
Okay, what about when a waiter brings a bill before asking if you're done?
That's even worse. That's when you know the server has fully checked out. They just want you paid and out, or that the table needs to be turned and you feel like you're being rushed. So this is on the level of like a 10, as well as like take my plate away.
What about when the waiter doesn't bring everybody's food at the same time?
I mean, if it's a couple of minutes, right? Because you don't know how far away the kitchen is. There's like a running situation.
Totally.
You know, if someone's food is not out within the first like 3 minutes and everyone else clearly has their dish, yeah, that's an issue. And that's like a 7 or an 8.
What about when a restaurant charges for their bread bowl?
I was just at a restaurant where they did this. That literally didn't ask if I wanted bread, and they charged for it. And honestly, like if I'm eating steak and, you know, 7,000 shrimp cocktail and an oyster bar, like I might not have needed the bread. Fine, charge for bread. I understand how expensive things are, because to be honest, nothing's for free. However, most restaurants build in bread service to their other dishes instead of just being like, and by the way, we're charging you for bread. So charge me for bread, but at least let me order it.